The human body has about 600 types of muscles. The human body contains approximately 600 different types of muscles, each with a specific role. These muscles are categorized into three main types: skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. Skeletal muscles are responsible for voluntary movements such as walking and lifting. Smooth muscles control involuntary actions like the movement of internal organs, and cardiac muscles are specialized for the continuous pumping of the heart. While skeletal muscles excel in generating quick bursts of force, cardiac muscles are highly efficient in sustaining long-term activity without rest. The collaboration of these muscle types enables the body to perform both voluntary actions and essential life functions. The origins of oil painting date back to ancient times. While oil painting techniques became widely popular in 15th century Europe, particularly through the innovations of Flemish artist Jan van Eyck, their origins go much further back. In Afghanistan's Bamiyan caves, murals from the 6th century were discovered that used oil mixed with pigments to create the artwork. This finding suggests that oil painting techniques were utilized outside of Europe much earlier, likely influenced by cultural exchanges. For comparison, while oil painting in Europe typically developed on canvases or wooden panels, the use of oil paint for murals was more common in regions like Central Asia. These regional differences highlight how materials and artistic needs shaped the application of oil painting. The influenza virus changes every year. Influenza viruses are classified into three types: A, B, and C. Among these, types A and B are the main ones that cause annual outbreaks. These viruses mutate rapidly, with their surface proteins, hemagglutinin and neuraminidase, changing slightly each year. This phenomenon is called antigenic drift. When antigenic drift occurs, the immune protection gained from previous infections or vaccines becomes less effective, making new vaccines necessary every year. Occasionally, a significant change, known as antigenic shift, occurs. This can lead to the emergence of a completely new virus strain, causing global pandemics. Examples include the Spanish flu in 1918 and the H1N1 pandemic in 2009. Tuna must keep swimming to stay alive. Tuna are unique among fish because they need to keep swimming constantly to survive. This is due to their reliance on a specific breathing mechanism. Forcing water through gills. Tuna breathe by forcing water over their gills as they swim. Unlike many fish that can use a pumping mechanism to move water through their mouths and over their gills while stationary, tuna lack this ability. If they stop swimming, they cannot take in oxygen and will suffocate. Endurance for continuous swimming. Because they cannot stop moving, tuna have exceptionally strong cardiovascular systems and muscles. For example, bluefin tuna can swim hundreds of kilometers a day without rest. A practical example of this can be seen in tuna farming. Circular pens are used to ensure the fish can swim continuously. Square pens would cause tuna to stop at the corners, which could be fatal. The human eye can distinguish over 100 million colors. The human eye contains a part called the retina, which is equipped with cone cells responsible for color perception. There are three types of cone cells, each sensitive to red, green, or blue light. The combination of signals from these three types allows humans to perceive over 100 million colors. Compared to other animals, some species, like birds and insects, possess more than 3 types of cone cells, enabling them to see ultraviolet light, which humans cannot detect. While human color vision is remarkable, it's interesting to note that it is not the most advanced in the animal kingdom. Picasso produced multiple works in a single day. Picasso was exceptionally prolific, creating an estimated 50,000 works during his lifetime. This equates to an average of more than 1.7 pieces per day from the age of 9, when he started painting, to his passing at 91. His extraordinary productivity was fueled by his intense focus, boundless energy, and insatiable curiosity about art. There are accounts of him completing dozens of ceramic pieces in a single day. In his later years, Picasso often finished large-scale paintings within a matter of hours. Compared to his contemporaries, such as Monet or Matisse, Picasso's relentless output was unparalleled, and even these great masters were astounded by his creativity and energy. Tail wagging communicates. Different emotions. Dogs use their tails as a primary way to communicate, but not all tail wags mean the same thing. Scientists have found that the position, direction, and speed of a wag can each convey different messages. For instance, a tail wagging high and fast usually indicates excitement or happiness, while a slower, low wag can signal caution. Interestingly, dogs tend to wag their tails more to the right when they are feeling positive emotions, like seeing their owner, and more to the left when feeling anxious or unsure. This asymmetrical wagging shows that dogs may even process emotions differently in each side of their brain, much like humans do. The Statue of Liberty was originally brown. The Statue of Liberty, one of New York's most iconic landmarks, was a gift from France to commemorate the United States' centennial of independence. It was completed in 1886 and constructed from copper. When first erected, the statue had a shiny brownish color due to the exposed copper surface. Over the next 20 years, the copper oxidized, forming a green patina known as verdigris. This green layer is not just for aesthetics. It acts as a protective barrier, preventing further corrosion of the metal. The transformation to its current green hue has become part of its charm and identity. The construction of the statue faced significant delays due to funding issues. Interestingly, the pedestal was funded through public donations in the U.S., with widespread participation from citizens. This communal effort turned the statue into a shared symbol of freedom and democracy. Compared to other monumental structures like the Eiffel Tower in France, the Statue of Liberty has a unique role as a cultural and political symbol. While the Eiffel Tower represents technological advancement, the Statue of Liberty stands as a beacon of hope for immigrants and a representation of freedom. Elephants' lifespan and teeth are closely linked. Elephants can live for over 50 years in the wild, but their lifespan is largely determined by their teeth. They have 6 sets of molars that replace themselves throughout their lives. Once their final set of teeth wears out, they can no longer chew effectively, often leading to starvation. In comparison, humans and dogs experience only 1 tooth replacement, from milk teeth to permanent teeth. Beavers' teeth grow continuously, but elephants rely on a finite number of replacements. This unique limitation ties their survival directly to their dental health, influencing their longevity in the wild. Medieval Europeans believed dogs had healing powers. During the Middle Ages, dogs were often seen as healers, and their saliva was thought to have medicinal properties. The belief was so strong that some hospitals allowed dogs to lick patients' wounds, thinking this could aid in healing. While medieval medicine is far removed from modern science, recent studies have shown that dogs' saliva does contain certain enzymes that can help kill bacteria, which might explain the origins of this medieval belief. In addition, dogs were often given as gifts to comfort the sick, a precursor to therapy dogs today. Tears have three key functions. Tears produced by the eyes serve three main purposes. The first is lubrication, which keeps the eye's surface moist and prevents it from drying out. The second is cleaning, as tears help wash away debris and bacteria from the eye. The third is emotional tears, which are triggered by strong feelings such as sadness or joy. Interestingly, emotional tears are believed to help release stress hormones, providing a form of mental relief. Tears are not merely simple fluids, but are deeply connected to our health and emotions. Refrigerators helped solve the CFC problem. Refrigerators once used chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, as refrigerants, which were highly effective but harmful to the environment. In the 1980s, it was discovered that CFCs were depleting the Earth's ozone layer, leading to stricter regulations worldwide. In response, refrigerator manufacturers developed eco-friendly alternatives such as hydrocarbon-based refrigerants and CO2 refrigerants. Today's refrigerators maintain excellent cooling performance while minimizing their environmental impact. Volcanic activity's air purifying effects. Surprisingly, volcanic activity can have an air cleansing effect. Sulfur oxides released during eruptions combine with particles in the atmosphere to form sulfate compounds. This process can temporarily reduce particulate matter, resulting in cleaner air. However, during large-scale eruptions, hazardous gas concentrations can pose health risks, making the effects highly dependent on the situation. Muscles also contribute to immune function. Muscles not only facilitate movement but also play a role in supporting the immune system. When muscles are activated through exercise, they release substances called myokines. These myokines help reduce inflammation and enhance the function of immune cells. Studies have shown that individuals with greater muscle mass tend to be less susceptible to illness. Engaging in strength training or moderate exercise can effectively boost immunity. Dogs have been shown to experience grief. Dogs are capable of experiencing grief and have been known to mourn the loss of human or animal companions. After the death of a loved one, many dogs show behaviors such as reduced appetite, sleeping more, and searching for the lost companion. Some dogs even keep vigil by a deceased pet's or person's belongings, showing a deep level of emotional attachment. Studies show that this grieving process can last days or even weeks, indicating just how strong their bonds are. Tears are constantly being replenished. Tears protect the surface of the eye and guard against foreign particles and bacteria, and their composition is constantly refreshed. Specifically, tears circulate across the surface of the eye approximately every 10 minutes, replacing old tears with new ones. This mechanism ensures that the eyes remain clean and well lubricated. However, conditions such as dry eye syndrome, where tear production decreases, can lead to dryness and affect both vision and overall eye health. Oil paint dries slowly, making it unique. Unlike watercolor or acrylic paints, oil paints take a long time to dry, ranging from several days to months or even years to fully cure. This slow-drying nature allows artists to work on a painting over an extended period, making adjustments or blending colors seamlessly. For example, Leonardo da Vinci spent about 4 years meticulously refining the Mona Lisa. In contrast, acrylic and watercolor paints dry quickly, making them ideal for artists who prefer a faster workflow. The drying time significantly influences artistic technique. Oil paints cater to those who enjoy a deliberate and layered approach, while faster drying mediums suit artists who prioritize speed and immediacy. Ancient Egyptians revered dogs and honored them in death. In ancient Egypt, dogs were highly valued as companions and protectors, and their passing was often marked by mourning rituals. Some families shaved their eyebrows to symbolize grief when a pet dog died, and dogs were sometimes buried with collars and ornaments. The god Anubis, often depicted as a jackal or dog-headed deity, was considered the protector of graves and guide to the afterlife, which underscores the cultural significance of dogs in Egyptian society. Do cats see humans as big cats? Some behavioral scientists suggest that cats might perceive humans as large, friendly cats. This theory is based on their kitten-like behavior toward their owners, such as rubbing, grooming, or purring. Since cats don't fundamentally alter their behavior for humans, it's thought that they treat us as equals in their social hierarchy, which explains their independent attitudes. Muscle soreness is not caused by lactic acid. It was once believed that lactic acid buildup caused muscle soreness, but this has been debunked. Muscle soreness occurs due to tiny tears in muscle fibers caused by exercise, which trigger an inflammatory response as the body repairs the damage. This process strengthens the muscles, making them more resilient. For example, feeling muscle soreness after a workout indicates that the training was effective. However, excessive pain or swelling might signal overtraining and the need for rest. To alleviate muscle soreness, gentle stretching, proper hydration, and consuming protein can help support recovery and repair. The match with the largest attendance in soccer history. The most attended soccer match in history took place during the 1950 FIFA World Cup final between Brazil and Uruguay at the Maracanã Stadium in Rio de Janeiro. Official records state that 109,854 spectators were present, though unofficial estimates suggest that over 200,000 people packed into the stadium. This match, known as the Maracanazo, or the Maracana tragedy, is infamous for Brazil's shocking 2-1 defeat, despite being the overwhelming favorite. The loss plunged the entire nation into mourning. The massive crowd size was possible due to the lack of modern seating and safety regulations, making it an unparalleled event in soccer history. Cat meows are tailored for humans. Wild cats rarely use vocalizations to communicate with each other, relying instead on body language and scent. Domesticated cats, however, have adapted their meows to communicate specifically with humans, often to get attention or express needs. Fascinatingly, cats can modify the pitch and tone of their meows depending on their relationship with a specific person, showing a remarkable level of social intelligence. The longest soccer match in history. In 1946, a charity soccer match in Hampshire, England, earned the title of the longest soccer match ever played, lasting an incredible 3 hours and 30 minutes. This match was organized between local workers' teams to raise funds for a community cause. Unlike modern rules, which include penalty shootouts to resolve ties, this game followed a play until there's a winner format. Multiple periods of extra time were added, as neither team could secure victory within the usual 90 minutes or even the first few extensions. The match finally ended with a score of 5-3. By the end, players were so exhausted that some reportedly needed several days of recovery. Spectators, moved by the perseverance of the teams, donated generously. Today, such prolonged matches are prohibited due to concerns for players' health. This extraordinary game remains a legendary moment in soccer history, symbolizing human endurance and community spirit. Cats have a preferred paw. Cats exhibit a preference for using one paw over the other, akin to humans being right or left-handed. Studies suggest male cats are more likely to favor their left paw, while female cats tend to prefer their right. This phenomenon is thought to relate to brain lateralization. Observing which paw your cat uses first when playing or stepping down can reveal their dominant paw. Tail wagging communicates. Different emotions. Dogs use their tails as a primary way to communicate, but not all tail wags mean the same thing. Scientists have found that the position, direction, and speed of a wag can each convey different messages. For instance, a tail wagging high and fast usually indicates excitement or happiness, while a slower, low wag can signal caution. Interestingly, dogs tend to wag their tails more to the right when they are feeling positive emotions, like seeing their owner, and more to the left when feeling anxious or unsure. This asymmetrical wagging shows that dogs may even process emotions differently in each side of their brain, much like humans do. Natural carbonated water, created by volcanoes. In volcanic regions, groundwater infused with volcanic gases like carbon dioxide creates naturally carbonated water. These natural carbonated springs are not only used as drinking water, but are also popular as hot springs. In countries like Italy and Japan, volcanic carbonated springs are renowned for their relaxation and health benefits. The dormant ingredients problem. Refrigerators often contain dormant ingredients, items that get forgotten in the back or are left unused because their purpose isn't clear. These include condiments, leftovers, or ingredients you bought but never got around to using. To tackle this issue, some modern refrigerators now come with built-in cameras, allowing you to check the contents via your smartphone. Additionally, organizing your fridge so that everything is visible can help reduce food waste and keep things fresh. The human eye can distinguish over 100 million colors. The human eye contains a part called the retina, which is equipped with cone cells responsible for color perception. There are 3 types of cone cells, each sensitive to red, green, or blue light. The combination of signals from these 3 types allows humans to perceive over 100 million colors. Compared to other animals, some species, like birds and insects, possess more than 3 types of cone cells, enabling them to see ultraviolet light, which humans cannot detect. While human color vision is remarkable, it's interesting to note that it is not the most advanced in the animal kingdom. The smell of oil paint has a purpose. The distinctive smell of oil paint and its solvents comes from the ingredients used, such as linseed oil and turpentine. Many artists associate this smell with the creative process, considering it an integral part of their working environment. However, these solvents are highly volatile and can impact health with prolonged exposure. In recent years, odorless solvents and safer alternatives have been developed, improving the working environment for artists who are sensitive to traditional materials. Cat's unique gait. Cats have a distinctive way of walking called direct registering, where their hind paws step into the exact spot as their front paws. This method ensures quiet movement, helping them stalk prey or avoid detection. Additionally, it minimizes noise and reduces strain on their legs, making it an evolutionarily advantageous trait for both survival and stealth. The Miracle Goal by a late arriving player. In 1986, a player who arrived late for the match made an extraordinary impact by scoring a miraculous goal within seconds of stepping onto the field. Having missed the starting whistle, the player rushed onto the pitch and, within moments, found the ball at his feet and scored the opening goal. This episode underscores how both luck and focus can influence a soccer match. It also highlights how a player can make a significant impact in a short amount of time, a testament to the unpredictable nature of soccer. Influenza symptoms vary by individual. Influenza symptoms commonly include fever, cough, and muscle aches, but they vary significantly between individuals. Children may experience high fevers and seizures, while older adults might show more fatigue or cognitive impairment rather than high fevers. Recognizing these differences is crucial for providing appropriate care tailored to age and health conditions. Superstitions and rituals. Before soccer matches. Many soccer players follow specific pre-match routines or superstitions. For example, former England striker Gary Lineker famously avoided urinating on the pitch during a match. He ensured that he always used the restroom during warm-ups as part of his game day ritual. Similarly, Argentina's Diego Maradona had a habit of stepping onto the field with his right foot first and making the sign of the cross before the match began. These rituals often serve as a way for players to calm their nerves and build confidence, acting as a mental preparation tool before stepping into the competitive arena. Picasso's works often conveyed strong political messages. Picasso was deeply engaged with social and political issues, using his art to address major events of his time. He witnessed the Spanish Civil War and World War II, which heavily influenced many of his works. One of his most famous pieces, Guernica, is a massive mural created to condemn the bombing of the town of Guernica during the Spanish Civil War by Nazi forces. This powerful painting vividly depicts the horrors of war and the suffering it causes. Picasso was not just an artist, but also a voice for social and political change, using his art to challenge injustices and inspire awareness. How food was preserved. Before refrigerators. Before refrigerators became common, people used various methods to preserve food. In Japan, for example, doma, earthen floors, and storehouses were used to keep food in naturally cool environments. Additionally, techniques like salting or fermenting food in miso were developed to extend shelf life. These traditional preservation methods are still practiced in some regions and households today. The Sea of Magma beneath volcanoes. Beneath volcanoes lies a magma reservoir known as a magma chamber. Recent studies have revealed that some of these chambers are so vast that they are referred to as magma seas, extending deep underground. For instance, the Yellowstone volcano has a massive magma chamber beneath it, capable of causing a supereruption with global impacts. However, predicting the timing of such eruptions remains extremely difficult, which is why scientists around the world continuously monitor these sites. Mercury's surface has wrinkle-like faults. Mercury's surface is covered with geological features known as lobate scarps, or long cliff-like faults. These scarps were formed as Mercury's interior cooled and shrank over time. As the planet's volume decreased, the surface cracked and was pushed upward, creating these distinctive landforms. Some of these scarps are several miles high and stretch for hundreds of miles. These features are unique to Mercury and are not seen on other planets, indicating a specific geological history. Additionally, many of these faults appear to be relatively young, suggesting that Mercury is still slowly cooling and shrinking even today. NASA's Messenger spacecraft captured detailed images of these scarps, providing valuable insights into Mercury's geological history. These wrinkle-like formations are a fascinating glimpse into how the planet has evolved differently from Earth or Mars, showcasing the dynamic processes that continue to shape Mercury. The incubation period of influenza. The incubation period for influenza is usually between 1 and 4 days. During this time, the infected person may not show any symptoms and may not realize they are infected. However, the virus is actively replicating in the body, which means they can unknowingly spread it to others. This is especially concerning in places like schools and workplaces, where one infected individual can cause a large outbreak. If you experience early symptoms such as fever or fatigue, it is crucial to rest or consult a healthcare provider promptly. Elephants sleep very little. Elephants sleep only about 2 to 4 hours a day, much less than most large mammals. This is because they need to spend a significant amount of time eating to sustain their massive bodies. For comparison, lions sleep up to 20 hours a day, but elephants prioritize constant movement and feeding, which helps them survive in their natural habitat. The evolution of frost removal technology. In the past, refrigerators often accumulated frost inside the freezer or refrigerator compartments. This frost reduced cooling efficiency and required users to manually remove it regularly, Modern refrigerators are equipped with no-frost or auto-defrost technology that automatically removes moisture to prevent frost from building up. This innovation has made refrigerator maintenance much easier. Sears Tower is struck by lightning more than any other building in the U.S. The Sears Tower, now called the Willis Tower in Chicago, stands at approximately 5.27 meters tall and is one of the most lightning-struck buildings in the U.S. It is hit by lightning over 50 times a year. The height of the building makes it a natural target, as tall structures tend to concentrate the electric field between the ground and storm clouds. Modern skyscrapers, including the Willis Tower, are equipped with lightning protection systems. These systems include lightning rods and conductive frameworks that safely direct the energy of a lightning strike into the ground, preventing damage to the building and ensuring the safety of occupants. Other buildings, such as the Empire State Building in New York and the Washington Monument in Virginia, also experience frequent lightning strikes and employ similar protective measures. These systems showcase how engineering advancements mitigate the risks associated with natural phenomena, especially in urban environments. The eye has a special area called the macula. Within the retina, there is a small area known as the macula, which is responsible for high-resolution vision. This part of the retina processes the most detailed visual information, enabling activities such as reading and intricate tasks. The proper functioning of the macula is essential for central vision. However, conditions like age-related macular degeneration can damage the macula, leading to a significant loss of central vision and affecting daily life. The longest place name in the U.S. is very unique. The longest place name in the U.S. is the name of a lake in Massachusetts called Chargoga Gogman Chaugagog Cha Ubunagunga Maug. This name originates from the Nipmuc Native American language and means the fishing place at the boundaries and neutral meeting grounds. The name reflects the historical interactions between European settlers and Native American cultures. Locals often refer to it simply as the lake or use a shortened version of the name, but the full name attracts tourists and serves as a quirky highlight of the region. Dogs use yawning as a form of communication. Yawning isn't just a sign of tiredness in dogs. It can also be a way of communicating stress, discomfort, or a desire to calm down. Dogs may yawn in unfamiliar situations as a way to signal relaxation or to try to diffuse tension around them. Interestingly, yawning can be contagious between humans and dogs, which some experts believe is a sign of empathy or social bonding. The surprising role of volcanic ash. Volcanic ash is not just a symbol of disaster, it plays an important role in agriculture. Rich in minerals like potassium, calcium, and magnesium, volcanic ash enhances soil fertility. For example, the fertile soils near Italy's Mount Vesuvius, created by ancient eruptions, support high-quality grape and tomato production. Additionally, volcanic ash was a key ingredient in Roman concrete, which has helped structures like the Pantheon last over 2,000 years. This shows how volcanic materials have shaped human civilization. The relationship between volcanoes and the moon or other planets. Volcanoes are not unique to Earth. They also exist on the moon, Mars, and Venus. For example, Mars is home to Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system, standing approximately 21 kilometers tall, about 2.5 times the height of Mount Everest. The moon also shows evidence of past volcanic activity, with vast plains of solidified lava known as lunar maria. These extraterrestrial volcanoes provide valuable insights into the geological processes of other celestial bodies. Dogs learn by observing others. Dogs have a strong capacity for social learning, meaning they can pick up behaviors by watching others, whether other dogs or humans. This skill is particularly helpful when training multiple dogs, as one dog can often learn by observing another who already knows the behavior. For example, if one dog figures out how to open a door or solve a puzzle toy, other dogs may watch and imitate, sometimes without any direct training. This skill likely developed in the wild, where young dogs would learn survival skills by watching older members of the pack. It also helps explain why dogs are so adaptable and can learn new tricks simply by watching. Volcanic hot springs. Volcanic regions are home to unique hot springs with special mineral compositions. These hot springs are formed when underground water is heated by volcanic gases or magma. In Japan, famous examples include Beppu and Kusatsu hot springs, which are known for their sulfur and carbon dioxide content, believed to have skin rejuvenating and fatigue relieving properties. These hot springs are vital not only for tourism, but also for the daily lives of local residents. The secrets of tuna's red meat and rich fat. Tuna's red meat owes its color to a protein called myoglobin, which stores oxygen in muscle tissue. This allows tuna to sustain long periods of high-energy swimming, making them distinct from most white-fleshed fish. Red meat versus white meat. White fish, like cod or flounder, rely on quick bursts of speed and have lower myoglobin levels, resulting in lighter flesh. In contrast, tuna's high myoglobin content is an adaptation for endurance and constant movement in the open ocean. The role of fat in tuna's flavor. The fatty parts of tuna, known as toro, are particularly prized in cuisine. The fat serves as an energy reserve and helps tuna maintain their body temperature in cold waters. The quality and quantity of fat vary by species and season, with Atlantic bluefin tuna having the most luxurious and flavorful fat during the winter months. Comparison of wild and farmed. Tuna-farmed tuna often have more fat due to their controlled diet, which typically includes high-fat feed like fish meal. Wild tuna, on the other hand, have a more complex flavor profile due to their diverse diet and active lifestyle. For example, a single piece of wild-caught bluefin tuna's otoro, the fattiest cut, can cost thousands of yen at a high-end sushi restaurant, prized for its buttery texture and rich umami flavor. Farmed tuna, while less expensive, is favored for its consistent sweetness and texture, offering a different but equally enjoyable culinary experience. Dogs played crucial roles in ancient human survival. In ancient hunter-gatherer societies, dogs served as hunting partners, guards, and even helped with transportation in some cases. Dogs' excellent sense of smell and hearing made them invaluable for tracking game and alerting early humans to danger, especially at night. This partnership likely gave human hunters a significant survival advantage, helping them find food and stay protected from predators, and cemented the dog's place as a vital part of early human communities. Oil paint can be used on various surfaces. While canvas is the most common surface for oil painting, artists can also use wood panels, metal, fabric, and even stone. During the Renaissance, wood panels were the preferred surface due to their smooth texture, which was ideal for detailed works like altarpieces. By the 16th century, canvas became more popular because it was lightweight, portable, and suitable for large-scale paintings. In modern times, oil paint has also been applied to innovative surfaces like acrylic sheets or plastic, showcasing its versatility. Two peaks of influenza outbreaks. In Japan, influenza outbreaks usually peak between December and March. However, in some areas, a second, smaller outbreak may occur in autumn or spring. These secondary outbreaks often stem from localized infections within specific groups, such as schools or workplaces. It's essential to remain vigilant against off-season outbreaks and maintain preventative measures year-round. The influenza virus changes every year. Influenza viruses are classified into three types: A, B, and C. Among these, types A and B are the main ones that cause annual outbreaks. These viruses mutate rapidly, with their surface proteins, hemagglutinin and neuraminidase, changing slightly each year. This phenomenon is called antigenic drift. When antigenic drift occurs, the immune protection gained from previous infections or vaccines becomes less effective, making new vaccines necessary every year. Occasionally, a significant change, known as antigenic shift, occurs. This can lead to the emergence of a completely new virus strain, causing global pandemics. Examples include the Spanish flu in 1918 and the H1N1 pandemic in 2009. Elephant's dung plays a vital role in ecosystems. Elephant's dung is rich in undigested seeds, which helps disperse plant species across vast areas. As they travel, they deposit these seeds, enabling forests and grasslands to regenerate. Additionally, their dung provides food for insects and small animals, enriching the soil and supporting diverse ecosystems. Other animals, like birds, also disperse seeds, but elephants' sheer size and mobility allow them to cover much larger areas. Cattle manure enriches soil locally, but it lacks the same ecological impact as elephants' contributions. Elephants play a pivotal role as ecosystem engineers, shaping the environments they inhabit. The evolution of refrigerator colors and designs. Refrigerators were predominantly white in the early days for a reason. White conveys cleanliness and hygiene, which are important for food storage appliances. Additionally, white enamel coating was the most cost-effective and durable finish at the time. However, starting in the 1960s, refrigerator designs became more diverse. In the U.S., colorful models in red or yellow and retro designs that matched kitchen interiors became popular. Today, refrigerators come in a wide variety of styles, from minimalist to bold and unique, offering options to suit any home. Mussels have a memory. Mussels exhibit a property called muscle memory. Once muscles are trained, they remember their previous state even after a period of inactivity. This means that when someone resumes training after a break, they can regain muscle strength more quickly than starting from scratch. This characteristic is particularly beneficial for athletes or individuals returning to exercise after a hiatus. Tuna's remarkable vision. Tuna possess extraordinary vision, a crucial adaptation for hunting prey in the vast ocean. Wide field of view. Tuna's eyes are positioned on the sides of their heads, allowing them to have a nearly 360-degree field of vision. This monocular vision helps them detect predators and prey across a wide range without turning their bodies. Adaptation to low light. Tuna's eyes are equipped with highly sensitive photoreceptor cells, enabling them to see in low-light conditions. This ability is essential for hunting in deep-sea environments or at night. For example, bluefin tuna can hunt schools of sardines near the surface while also diving deep to prey on squid in darker waters. This visual versatility is key to their survival in varied environments. Sleep is essential for maintaining muscle. The repair and growth of muscles primarily occur during sleep. Growth hormone released during deep sleep aids in repairing muscle fibers and strengthening muscles. Without sufficient sleep, this repair process is incomplete, significantly reducing the effectiveness of workouts. High-quality sleep also supports fatigue recovery and enhances immune function, benefiting overall health. Ensuring 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night and creating a relaxing sleep environment are vital for muscle growth and maintenance. The massive migration journey of tuna are renowned as migratory fish, traveling distances that can span the circumference of the Earth multiple times over a lifetime. For instance, Atlantic bluefin tuna migrate from the western Atlantic near North America to the Mediterranean Sea, covering a round trip of approximately 8,000 kilometers. These migrations are driven by the search for food and spawning grounds. Comparison with other migratory fish. While salmon are also known for their migrations, they typically travel only a few hundred to a few thousand kilometers between rivers and the ocean. Tuna, however, navigate vast open oceans, with some individuals traveling tens of thousands of kilometers. Advanced navigational abilities. Tuna are believed to use the sun's position and Earth's magnetic field to navigate across vast distances. This ability is similar to the navigation systems of sea turtles and pigeons, although the mechanisms behind tuna's precision are still not fully understood. For example, Japanese researchers have tracked bluefin tuna born in the waters near Japan, traveling across the Pacific to the waters off California, only to return years later to their birthplace. Such epic journeys demonstrate their unmatched navigational and endurance capabilities. Mercury's magnetic field is strongly affected by solar winds. Like Earth, Mercury has a magnetic field, but it is significantly weaker, at only about 1% the strength of Earth's. However, its proximity to the Sun exposes it to intense solar winds, which strongly influence its magnetic environment. The interaction between Mercury's magnetic field and the solar wind creates a dynamic region called the magnetosphere. Mercury's magnetosphere is highly active, with its shape and energy levels constantly changing due to the influence of the solar wind. This interaction channels particles from the solar wind directly onto Mercury's surface, contributing to the formation and maintenance of its thin exosphere. While the process is somewhat similar to how Earth's magnetic field causes auroras, Mercury does not display visible light phenomena like auroras. Studying Mercury's magnetosphere and its interaction with solar wind helps scientists understand how planets in extreme environments interact with space weather. The largest and smallest muscles in the body. The largest muscle in the human body is the gluteus maximus, located in the buttocks. It plays a crucial role in supporting movements like standing, walking, and running. The smallest muscle is the stapedius, found in the middle ear. This tiny muscle controls the movement of the eardrum, protecting the ear from loud noises by dampening vibrations. The human eye blinks about 200 million times in a lifetime. On average, a person blinks 15 to 20 times per minute. Over a lifetime, this adds up to approximately 200 million blinks. Blinking plays a crucial role in keeping the surface of the eye moist with tears, protecting it from dryness and foreign particles. The speed and frequency of blinking can vary depending on the situation. For instance, people tend to blink less when concentrating and more when relaxed. Playing soccer at high altitudes. Playing soccer at high altitudes presents unique challenges and advantages. In areas with lower atmospheric pressure, such as Bolivia's Estadio Hernando Siles in La Paz, located over 3,600 meters above sea level, the thin air allows the ball to travel up to 10% farther than it would at sea level. This phenomenon gives home teams a strategic advantage, as they are more accustomed to the conditions than visiting teams. Bolivia's national team, for instance, has an impressive record in high-altitude matches. At one point, FIFA attempted to ban matches at extremely high altitudes due to concerns about players' health, but the decision faced strong opposition from local teams and fans, leading to the ban's reversal. Solvents are essential for oil painting. Solvents and mediums play a crucial role in oil painting. Solvents are used to thin paint and speed up drying, while mediums enhance the paint's glossiness and transparency. These substances allow artists to adjust the texture and finish of their work. Classical painters carefully selected the appropriate solvent or medium for each piece, and modern artists continue to benefit from a wide variety of options. These materials expand the creative possibilities for oil painters. Muscles support the position of internal organs. Muscles play a critical role in keeping internal organs in their proper positions. Core muscles, including the rectus abdominis, oblique muscles, and pelvic floor muscles, provide stability and support for organs such as the stomach, intestines, and liver. When these muscles weaken, conditions like visceral ptosis, where organs shift downward from their usual position, can occur. This misalignment may lead to symptoms like indigestion or constipation. Regular core strengthening exercises and maintaining good posture can help fortify these muscles and promote the health of internal organs. Differences in influenza seasons between the northern and southern hemispheres. Influenza seasons differ between the northern and southern hemispheres. In the northern hemisphere, the flu season typically peaks from December to March, while in the southern hemisphere it occurs from June to September. This is because influenza spreads more easily during each region's winter season. These differences affect the timing of vaccine production and implementation of preventive measures.